It's time for Waking Up with Wesley. Today's forecast and weather-wide discussion with WLOX First Alert Weather Senior Meteorologist Wesley Williams.
Hello there, South Mississippi, and thank you for waking up with Wesley. I'm Senior Meteorologist Wesley Williams. Well, we certainly have been off to a foggy start on this Thursday, and we're taking a look now at the time lapse over parts of South Mississippi. This was in Biloxi at the Bourvage this morning. You'll notice that we saw very little of anything before 6 in the morning, and then once we got into the 7 o'clock hour and eventually the 8 o'clock hour, we began to see some of that fog clearing up in that one location. We also had a time lapse rolling in Gulfport, and early this morning it was very foggy during the 4 o'clock hour. Actually saw some improvement briefly during the 5 o'clock hour before the fog tried to roll back in during the 6 o'clock hour. So some variety of conditions there. But just like Biloxi, in the last couple of hours during the 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock time frame, we have seen some of that improvement in that location. So hopefully that trend continues. That being said, there's a look at the current conditions in the area. The silver slipper cam looking pretty good. Some sun shining there this morning. We can take a look at the camera at the Hancock, Whitney Bank in Gulfport. Sun shining there as well. So that's a good sign during the 8 o'clock hour. And the Bourvage cam in Biloxi. Also, we can see pretty clearly those streets and buildings there downtown from the roof of the bow. So that's some improvement. But the kind of ground zero, if you will, for the fog has been very close to Biloxi Bay, Biloxi Channel this morning. So places near Gulfport, Biloxi, D'Iberville, St. Martin, Ocean Springs, Gulf Hills, Gulf Park Estates, those have all been places that probably have seen the majority of this morning's fog. Some of that might be creeping farther northward up Highway 15 toward the Stone County line. But other than that, much of the area not really doing that terribly fog-wise during the 8 o'clock hour this morning. There has been an adjustment to the dense fog advisory. Most areas have been cleared out of that earlier than expected. However, the southern portion of Harrison County, the southern portion of Jackson County remain in that advisory through the rest of this hour. It's set to expire by 9 a.m. So as we take a look at the rest of the day ahead, attention shifts from fog toward temperature because it's going to be very spring-like today. You can see in a place inland like Wiggins, we could have 81 degrees at 3 p.m. today. In a place on the coast like Long Beach, we could have a temperature around 77 degrees around noon today. And that 77 degrees that we are forecasting for coastal locations, that could be close to record value. We'll get to the record in a moment, but here's a look at the rest of today's forecast. Highs 70s, 80s, warm and breezy and humid. That wind coming in from the Gulf, and it will be around 10 to 15 miles per hour, but at times the wind could gust even higher than that. All right, so talking records, 77 degrees is the record high. 77 degrees is the forecast high today. The record high 80 set back in the year 1911. So it's over a century old, right? And maybe we'll come very close to tying that record today. We'll see how warm we can get, but we are forecasting upper 70s and lower 80s. So could be a close brush with those record temperatures for today. Close brush with those record temperatures for the next few days as we tap into this warmer pattern coming in from the west and southwest. There's an upper ridge of high pressure system, centered over Mexico, and we continue to tap into the warmth from that for the next few days. Now Saturday we look north because a cool front is going to be coming down, and that's what gets our temperatures to turn around this weekend. We get into the next cold snap as we go into Sunday and Monday and Tuesday of next week, and then it's kind of done. That cold snap comes to an end by the middle of next week as the colder air already rapidly retreats. So you can see in your 7-day high temperature forecast how much above normal we're going to be the next few days. Normal for mid-February is in the middle 60s, and we're going to be around 10 to 15 degrees above that now, but then we're actually going to jump below that, right? We don't really ever get a normal day. I guess unless we get to way next Wednesday. But before next Wednesday, we're either going to be above the norm or below it. And we got that cold front that we're going to be tracking for you on Saturday. As that cold front moves in, I do think that it's going to take our rain chances up a little bit. So I do want to give you a first alert for your weekend plans that we are tracking weekend rain chances, especially around Saturday p.m. based on the latest information. And new information today suggests that there might even be some strong thunderstorms in the mix. So that's one thing that I do want to draw to your attention to in this update, this Thursday update. So you're looking at the futurecast for Saturday and the cold front coming in from the north, but there's this highlighted area east of us over Alabama. That highlighted area is where the Storm Prediction Center indicates there will be a very low probability of strong to severe storms. They rate that on a probability scale that goes from 1 to 5, 1 being very low, 5 being high. So yeah, very low probability of that. You'll note that that highlighted area does not actually touch our 6 southernmost counties, but it sure is a close call, right? So this is something that maybe we should pay attention to in case the information gets changed and that area gets expanded. I mean, I want you to look at the computer modeling, because the computer modeling suggests maybe that area will be changed or expanded. What we're looking at here is 9 a.m. Saturday. You got some scattered showers north of Hattiesburg. Then we go to noon Saturday, and I see a thunderstorm that pops up east of Hattiesburg over in West Alabama, right where the Storm Prediction Center has drawn that highlighted area. As we go from noon to 3 p.m., we see those thunderstorms continuing in Alabama, but kind of the tail end of them is right here in our 6 southernmost counties. So could be a close call. And if you watch that area of our 6 southernmost counties from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., you'll see maybe 1 or 2 little brief thunderstorms that try to pop there for Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. So if you have any Saturday p.m. plans, just understand that in South Mississippi, we will have scattered showers in the area with a chance for storms. Right now, maybe the best potential for stronger storms might be just east of us, but that it's literally just a short distance away. So for now, definitely keep an eye on that in case there's any changes. That front will finally sag south of our coast as we go beyond 9 or 10 o'clock Saturday night, and that's what helps us to dry the air out. It will also turn much cooler heading into Sunday. So our 7-day forecast shows those temperatures above normal for now for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, seeing upper 70s, lower 80s. And then we get to Sunday, that's that cool down, seeing the numbers dropping to the 60s on Sunday, 50s for Monday, Tuesday. But the numbers I want to really draw your attention to are those 30s. You see a 38-degree temperature on Monday morning on the coast, which I believe we're forecasting 35 or 36 for inland areas. But it's going to be windy, right? So mid 30s plus wind will likely equal a wind chill in the 20s. Watch out for that Monday morning. Then you got another one. Tuesday morning, it's not as windy, but it's not calm either. So there will be a little bit of breeze and temperature even colder. 34 on the coast Tuesday morning. Some of the inland areas Tuesday morning could drop to 31, 30, or maybe even 29. So with that being said, even with just a little bit of wind, we will probably see a wind chill in the 20s that morning as well. So you got 2 mornings with temperatures mainly in the 30s, and 2 mornings that could potentially have a wind chill into the 20s. So that's something that in the coming days, I'm sure we're going to talk more detail about, as we'll be able to show you the maps with the forecast, wind chill, forecast temperatures and everything. But I just want you to have a heads up that wherever your sweater is, wherever your heavy winter coat is, you don't want to pack it away yet. You're going to be having to take it back out. If you got plans to be out and about early next week, that cold snap coming in, I mean, frankly, it'll kind of be here Sunday. You might need a sweater on Sunday because temperatures will take quite a hit from upper 70s and lower 80s down to the lower 60s on Sunday. But we don't really get to, the possible freezing temperatures and very cold wind chills until probably after midnight Sunday night, which is also called Monday morning. And then we'll do that one more time around Monday night into the overnight hours in Tuesday morning. And like I said, there's a potential. We're seeing it. There's an early signal for wind chill numbers into the 20s. So yeah, maybe that groundhog, you might have been onto something there. as the groundhog earlier this month did call for 6 more weeks of winter, and looks like there will be a little winter in the air heading into next week, with that potential for very cold wind chills into the 20s. Well, that'll do it for this edition of Waking Up with Wesley. I've been Senior Meteorologist Wesley Williams. We'll see you again next time. Till then, take care.
Thank you for watching Waking Up with Wesley with WLOX First Alert Weather Senior Meteorologist Wesley Williams.